my goal was going into this was I wanted to nail him down on a few things. I wanted to see if he could expand on why he likes Trump over DeSantis for these incredibly...
Gosh, see, Emma was doing great on the Trump versus DeSantis thing. She was doing great in the first hour. I don't want to shit on her too much, man, because it's like, she started down some good paths. It's just she didn't ever hammer Tim on those. Tim was looking bad in having no concrete policies as to why he's voting for anybody. He only is voting based on the most silly culture war issues. And that's like why he changed his mind over Trump and DeSantis. He was looking dumb, and then Emma just lets him, boom, just change the topic to this gay book that she doesn't know about, and she tries to defend it without knowing about it, and then the debate goes wrong for her. So it's just a little trick by Tim Pool, dude. It's not like Tim Pool is smart or anything. He just won the debate by changing the topic away from a topic where he would get destroyed to a topic where Emma would get destroyed. It's just a little, that's like the most subtle trick of debating, dude. It's like controlling the topic without making it seem like you're changing the topic. That's just, like when Emma was changing the topic, it just seemed jarring because it was like, it kind of seemed like she was getting destroyed and wanted to talk about something else. When Tim did it, he kind of did it a little more subtly, dude. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of the art of debating, man. But, yeah, dude, all they're saying right here is true. Like, they were 2-on-1ing Emma. Like, it was Tim and his little buddy, Actual Justice Warrior versus Emma. So it's not like it was fair, man. But let's just see what they say, man.
Specific reasons, like, regarding AI usage, of images, which I find to be pedantic, which is kind of Tim's thing. Other things surrounding his past statements about the 10-year-old who had to get an abortion, and this.
Oh yeah, Emma destroyed him on the issue of the 10-year-old dude, and because he called it a hoax, and Emma Bigland's like, it's not a hoax, it happened. And it's like, dude, you were doing so good, Emma, so good. She was doing so good at the beginning, dude. I don't want to like act like she did bad the whole time, but after about 55 minutes to an hour in, that's when she started getting wrecked. It was really bad to see, man.
That I thought that was an interesting tip that occurred to me.
No,
That's very obvious too.
Let's see what they say.
And all you can do is laugh and say,
it's because you get
some guy,
to obscure
some guy
you called
posted one thing one time, and that's the only argument you have.
Did you go to the time codes that were in that episode? Because I did. I ran this down, and one of them was a clip of Elijah Schaffer, and like weirdly for this like neo-Nazi Hispanic shooter, it's Elijah saying that we shouldn't be emphasizing race specifically. No, he's a neo-Nazi Hispanic shooter.
Right, but Tim called it a false flag and then corrected himself the next day and then said he thought it was funny after a mass shooting.
I think that someone's calling you to say this and you don't actually know what you're talking about.
I think that it's not shocking that you think that based on my joke.
Okay, you're not saying anything anymore.
Dude, they didn't show us right before this, dude, where Emma's getting called like a grifter and she has no response, man. That's a little... They're not showing like the worst parts of this, man. Let's see. This is a bad part, but...
Grab because I do YouTube clips, so I will screen grab a time code so I know where to go later. So like when I saw that, I knew, or I had a feeling, because obviously he's dead. So, or was he captured or was he killed?
I think he was killed.
Yeah, so he's dead, so he can't tell us. But like I think
you know what's really funny about this too is that like neither one of them know and I'll be honest, I don't know I don't recall the details of this at all. I don't know this story. I was more or less hearing it for the first time, but
that's what somebody who told Emma to say all this.
Yes.
Well, yes. but I also, it strikes me, it also sounds like I also told these two guys what to say because they don't know any of the details either.
But I just want to say,
that's the thing, is like when Tim told her that she's getting talking points fed to her by Sam, she should have gone a little bit more aggressively at him about that. She should have like attacked back. But it's kind of hard to do in the moment, I guess. But it didn't look good that she didn't attack back, man. It just kind of looks like you're accepting what Tim's saying. So let's just keep playing.
Fighting in the studio.
They really are showing a clip. They're trying to show the least embarrassing clip they can, guys. Let me just say that.
Oh
my god. Oh my god.
No offense to the compound, but it's horrible, and we're super grayed out. Like, you don't get a ton of color on your face. For Tim to be actually getting red, on this camera lighting
It's so
setup.
blue.
Yes, I just want to know how
does that?
For them to play the whole Tim was mad so he lost the debate thing is not, that's not a good look, bro. To say like, oh, you're mad that so you lost the debate, that's like annoying as hell and looks really stupid, bro. And either way, Emma definitely seemed more emotional during the debate, man. She seemed really upset.
looked more red in person than even on camera.
Also, we'll get into this tomorrow, but I will say I watched the time codes from what that shooter memorialized in the social media page. Sean's wrong. It's not.
Oh, he just wanted to characterize one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's get clearly that's represented. We'll talk about that more in depth tomorrow.
There we go.
I had a feeling, because obviously he's dead, so, or was he captured or was he killed?
I think he was killed.
Yeah, so he's dead, so he can't tell us, but, like, I think people screenshot, because this is why I do it, and you can find them in my phone, moments in things so that they can go back and reference that clip. And I ran down both of those time codes. Neither one.
I get it, but look, man, this is the majority report.
Neither one what?
Yeah, but it is a nasty smear. Like, you're doing it on purpose
And
without
it's
running
not a
down the
political
concept.
statement. It's not a political argument.
You're like, he watched an episode.
Dude, look at Emma's face there, bro. See, this is after her being called a grifter. That's why they're like, this is the majority report. Because they basically said their majority report is not honest at all and just smears people. And like, and Emma did not, she didn't push back on it very hard, man. She looks like she's about to cry, bro.
Man, this is the majority report.
Neither one what?
Yeah, but it is a nasty smear.
Who's emotional here, guys? Who's emotional here?
It's not a political statement. It's not a political argument.
You're like,
Look at Emma, dude. She's so sad. How are they saying that Tim's emotional? Look at Emma's face, dude. She's about to cry. Emma is about to cry here, bro. Like, oh my god. Fuck. Are we gonna have to watch the actual debate? So I'm gonna show you the part right before what they're playing in their majority report that led up to Emma looking like she's about to cry there, dude.
Create a political story, put it out to the super PACs to try and change laws. That's hoax.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Yeah.
How about the fact that you called the
The grooming event.
shooter and the neo-Nazi Texas shooter who watched your program, you called that a false flag?
Because you don't even know anything about
That this is Emma's problem, dude. She was just actually, as I was looking for this clip, she was just winning on a point on the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade. Tim Pool, as a liberal, supposed liberal, is saying he's against Roe v. Wade for like the dumbest reason ever, being like, well, if we leave it up to the states, then liberal states can go even further than Roe v. Wade. It's like, Tim, liberal states have already been able to allow abortion in the third trimester. That Roe v. Wade doesn't prohibit you from doing that. And he was just losing on the debate. And even his right-wing buddy was correcting Tim Pool on the facts. And then somehow, it's not even Tim that changed the topic to a better topic for Tim. Emma changes the topic to a better topic for Tim. Because Tim is going to be better at like the inter-show majority report versus Tim Pool drama. He's not going to be as good on policy. That's what Emma covers every day. So she should have tried to keep it more on the kind of things where he's going to lose, like the idea of Trump versus DeSantis. What policies do you actually care about in a president? What do you actually think about Roe v. Wade as a supposed liberal? But it's just like her first debate, man. So it's like for them, but it's so weird for Majority Report to like act like they won the debate. You like acting like you won. Just not taking the L makes the L worse, guys. So, but anyways, I'm going to show you why Emma's about to cry there.
that story.
I do.
It was four clips of the episode, and you can see in the images he wasn't even subscribed to the channel.
Yeah, but he watched your show.
No, he didn't. He watched one guy.
Yeah, have you ever went to those time codes?
Tim's better at, he wasn't subscribed to me on YouTube than talking about policy, bro. Gosh.
He was highlighting specific, and I won't name the guest from the guest.
But he did watch your show.
Like this is
So you're saying he watched an episode?
Smear.
Sure, but do you understand
come
why?
on.
And he posted it.
Who was that one guy who
Why
watched
do
the
you
Majority
think-
Report and then commented on what Sam did?
Why do you think that?
What?
No, this was a neo-Nazi. Why do you think your content appeals to neo-Nazis?
Are you kidding me right now?
No. I'm just wondering why you think that.
Have you
Okay,
ever?
I'm gonna do something I don't normally do, but that was an egregious over the line statement where I don't know if you are intentionally trying to just generate clips that are nonsensical or you're just really that stupid.
Oh man.
The idea that because a Nazi watched your show appeals to Nazis is like, look, if you want to have a real conversation, we have a real conversation. If you want to come up here and do exactly what the majority,
though?
you want to do what the majority report does, and exactly why Sam isn't welcome on my and many other shows. Feel free to do it, and I'm willing to have you on here. Did you know that like, I don't know about you specifically, but this is exactly why people don't like your show. Okay.
I think people like our show.
Yeah, maybe ask why some of these higher profile personalities and networks won't have Sam on anymore. And if
they're
you cry,
afraid of him.
Oh, they're afraid of him. How about it's because you just claimed that my show appeals to Nazis? Which it clearly
watched our
doesn't.
show.
Because this show is predominantly like moderate libertarian leaning types.
No,
but
you
don't
say
even
that,
watch
and
it.
that you say that because you're trying to draw a line and make the really far right people that watch your show feel like their positions are a little bit more close to the mainstream than they actually are.
Okay, let's say for
So you called it a false flag, and then when you were proven wrong the next day, you said you thought it was funny.
Called what a false flag?
You called the claims that the neo-Nazi shooter watched your show a false flag.
I don't know if I said that. That sounds awfully specific.
I don't have the exact quote in front of me, Tim. But
So you don't know what I said? Where did
yes,
you
I
say
do.
that?
I listened to you.
Did you say something like, it sounds like, I said, it sounds like a psyop to have this profile appear one day after the shooting where it's got like a bunch of screenshots on it or something?
Sure.
It really does sound to me like someone told you to say things and you don't know what you're referencing.
This is so
I'm not
sexist,
shocked
bro.
that is the only way that you're going to try to react to this.
Jesus,
react to
dude.
what?
She needs to go harder at him, bro. He just called her an idiot and then basically just made a super sexist remark. Like, I don't even think you actually did research for this. I feel like your male co-host did it for you. It's like, bro, I guess it's hard when you're in the moment. It's not even like a Zoom debate. She's face to face with Tim Pool and she's calling her a dumb grifter and that she doesn't even do her own research. It is hard to deal with, but when he does that so confidently and you basically have no response, it doesn't look like you're winning the debate. And for his audience, they eat that up, bro. They eat it up.
No, this is fairly obvious. So I'm willing to bet Sam was like, hey, ask him about this and say these exact
No, I
things.
came up with,
Come up with original thoughts.
Wait,
Come on.
it is my original thought.
So
No, it isn't.
It's
some guy posts a screenshot of one episode of a show he's not subscribed to, and you think that's an attack vector for something political, but it's a personal snipe that has no bearing on any of the arguments we've made the entire show.
I disagree.
Yeah, so
You disagree with what? What? Elaborate.
I disagree that it has no bearing on what you've said throughout your entire show.
Like what? What did I say?
This is
Come
what,
on, come
this
on, come
was the
on.
claim that
Let's
you
hear
made.
it. Let's hear it.
I believe that your program appeals to a right-wing audience, and there's a reason that the neo-Nazi shooter watched your program,
And how do you know he watched the program?
because he posted about it.
What did he post?
Tim,
What did he post?
he posted parts of an interview that you did.
No, he didn't. You're wrong.
he had 4 screenshots on his phone from
You don't even know what you're talking about, and all you can do is laugh and
No,
say,
it's because you get
some
specific
guy-
to obscure
some
the fact.
guy
You called it
posted
a
one thing one time, and that's the only argument you have.
Did you go to the time codes that
Dude, I didn't even notice that when I watched the debate the first time. Was she about to say that he gets specific to like the most obscure things? Because we're getting super specific on whether or not he inspired the neo-Nazi shooter. And she's right that it's like, why does he know so much details about this, but he doesn't know anything about Roe v. Wade when he claims to talk about abortion all the time on his show? She should have just be loud with it, Emma. Just be like, why do you know so much about this, but you don't know shit about Roe v. Wade? You don't know shit about why you're voting for Trump or DeSantis. Or you don't know anything about why you're voting for Republicans as a supposed centrist or left-leaning guy. It's just hard to yell it out in the moment. Like, she's clearly, she's definitely going to improve on this after I'm watching it the second time, but...
that were in that episode? Because I did. I ran this down. And one of them was a clip of Elijah Schaefer. And, like, weirdly, for this, like, neo-Nazi Hispanic shooter, it's Elijah.
So this is where they are at this point in the majority. I'll go back to the majority report now, because they're at this point.
But like, I think people screenshot, because this is why I do it, and you can find them on my phone, moments in things so that they can go back and reference that clip. and I ran down both of those time codes. Neither one.
I get it, but look, man, this is the majority
Neither
report.
one what?
Yeah, but it is a nasty smear. Like you're doing it on purpose
And
without
it's
running
not a
down the
political
content.
statement. It's not a political argument.
You're like he watched an episode of her show. I'm sorry, of his show.
I'm about to
Like
cry.
that's
There was that one guy who posted Sam Cedar a whole bunch. Remember? Was that guy who killed all those people at the bar? You know,
I
What?
don't remember that.
Why did that guy watch Sam Cedar so much?
Why did Gavin?
Why do you guys
Is that positive?
Why?
Is that a lie?
I don't know anything about
I mean,
that. I think he's just...
if someone has that information, send it to us. I'd be curious about it because I would find that rather disturbing. That if anything I said would in any way encourage that kind of thing, I would be rather disturbing about it. We would spend probably a show talking about it.
We wouldn't call it a psyop.
Now, he's saying it as if it's a fact. I wonder if it is a fact because
But this is
why
a
would
fact.
It's a fact. If Emma didn't push back on it on the debate, bro, to the people that watching the debate, it's true. If she didn't push back on it, man, it looks bad. Gosh, Sam Cedar would have sat there and said this to his face, dude, because he's had like so much debate experience. It really is about experience, man. You have to have been in the moment in a debate to be able to like put the best response out there in the moment. And this is what Sam would have done to Tim's face. Be like, Tim, you're saying that my show caused a mass shooting. Show me where this happened. And like just really hammer on that and be like, dude.
I can understand.
Yes.
Let me put it this way. There seems like there's a lot of motivation that he has in this moment to knowingly lie about something that would be of material harm to me and my business. It would create some form of like damage, you might say. I'm curious about that, if that is a blatant lie, because he's saying it as if it's absolute fact. This doesn't even speak speculation or conjecture or opinion in any way.
Interesting.
Anyways, good.
Cedar a whole bunch. Remember the guy who killed all those people at the bar in Ohio?
I don't remember that case specifically.
Why did that guy watch Sam Cedar so much?
Why did Gavin?
Why do you guys appeal to mass shooters? Why do mass shooters
There's a
talk
qualitative
about Sam
difference.
Cedar being so inspirational to them?
Why did Gavin?
Why is Emma Vigeland inspiring mass shooters?
Why did Gavin?
Why are you okay with porn being shown to children? Look, if you want to make a play a game of nonsense statements for political brownie points, feel free to do so. But I'll say it again.
Tim, I didn't mean to upset you.
Dude, Tim Pool just sat there, told her her show inspired a mass shooting. She's a pedophile. She's an idiot. She didn't even prepare her own talking points. All right to her face. Just a gish gallop of insults. And Emma Vigeland now needs to kind of respond to them. And she doesn't respond to any of them. She just kind of laughs uncomfortably. That's an L right there. That's a debate L. You can't not respond to all these accusations in the moment. I know it's hard, but it's like you lose if you don't.
This is exactly why Sam is not welcome on my show. But it's not something that I just one day was like, you know what, it's because I had serious conversation.
This is a big W for Tim Pool. He just gets to throw all that at her and then basically attach it to the majority report and be like, this is why I'm never going to have Sam on to destroy me in a debate. And this is my excuse. I'm going to have Emma Vigeland on, who's never had a debate before. I'm going to destroy her. And then through my destruction of her, I'm going to put it on to Sam and be like, see, now I basically destroyed the majority report. And I don't need to have Sam on to totally wreck me on policy. Because Sam would have the focus to keep it on areas where Tim is going to lose. He has the debate experience to do that.
With networks and other high-profile individuals. And I love...
Can you name the high-profile individuals?
That's their business. But I absolutely love how the response is, they're scared of Sam. It's like, no, they despise him. He's a bad faith actor
Emma,
who does
you're about
exactly
to
what
cry.
you just did.
Oh my.
We're having a conversation.
She's about to cry,
That's their
bro.
business.
They're playing one of the worst clips of Emma in this debate. They could have played an earlier part of the debate where they're talking about Roe v. Wade. But they chose to play this one where she's getting destroyed on the majority report. That's a weird choice, guys. That's a weird choice of clip. It seems like cope to kind of play the worst moment in the debate for you guys. I guess they want to correct all the errors Tim's getting wrong in it, but...
I love how the response is, they're scared of Sam. It's like, no, they despise him. He's a bad faith actor who does exactly what you just did. We're having a conversation about scientific research, data, my position on what I like about DeSantis, and then you go, your show's for neo-Nazis. It's like, okay, dude, are you stupid?
I'm just stating facts.
Have you okay, this is like lowbrow.
Poor Emma, dude.
data. My position on what I like about DeSantis, and then you go, your show's for neo-Nazis. It's like, okay, dude, are you stupid?
I'm just stating facts.
Poor Emma,
This
dude.
is like lowbrow.
Jesus.
This is why you guys have 170 Dave Rubin videos. Do you think the average person cares about Dave Rubin?
No, I'm
No,
not
but
trying
you
to
guys
combat
get
it.
clicks by doing it.
It's
Hey,
fun.
how about you guys run a video about
Pause. Now, here's what I don't understand.
You can't
How
act like
can what we
you can't act like you weren't about to cry there, dude. I'm sorry, but any majority report fans watching this who tell me that she was not about to cry there, you're lying. You're absolutely lying. You can't say that she destroyed in that moment of the debate when she literally in the moment she's about to cry. You can't say she won that moment. Flat out. I don't care about the facts of who influenced what shooting. You lose if your opponent calls you a bunch of pejoratives, you have no response to them and instead look like you're about to cry. Okay. That's a loss, dude. You have to accept that's a loss. Can they say, okay, we lost this, guys? Say we lost, dude, majority report. You have to say it.
do not interest the average person, but we do it because it's going to get us
Clicks.
which are
Yeah.
basically a sign that somebody's interested.
It also was contradictory, like earlier in the show when he was saying how, like, no one likes our show, but that we are kind of big, and I was trying to say that, well, you guys make so much more money than us, you have more resources, but we don't at the same
You didn't say any of this in the moment. You didn't say any of this in the moment.
time, even though we're equivalent in subscriber count. It was a lot of contradictory information.
And, we've been quite clear on why we did all of those Rubin things. In addition to many.
The title of this isn't here's what we could have done different, here's what we should have said, which is what they're adding right now. This is Tim Pool melts down when asked about influencing Texas shooting. It's like, dude, you can't act like this is Tim. I mean, he did kind of get mad, but that's not a loss.
Of them being about the things that he said, and it really not being about Dave Rubin himself as much as what he's espousing in that moment. One of the things that we set out to do quite explicitly was when Dave Rubin was pretending to be a liberal and on the left, or that the left left him and he was still there, was to make sure that as he was rolling out his book, there was no way a reporter could do a feature on him without finding out the truth behind what he was trying to project as a public relations image. Mm-hmm. And there's someone else who really hates that we do that too. And in this instance, he was turning beet red because you were basically calling him out and he didn't like it.
Oh my god.
And can I just make a point of...
No, he's beat red because he's viciously angry at the majority report and just throwing all these insults at them to try to make it so that he never has to have Sam on the show. This can be his big refutation and destruction of the show, of Sam by proxy of Emma. That's why he's getting beat red, because he's like, yes, I'm never having Sam on the show. Everyone's going to see this clip and be like, see, she called me a neo-Nazi and she doesn't even know the details, and I just destroyed her, man. And this is why you guys are a bunch of grifters, and this is why I'm not going to have Sam on to get my ass whooping. This is not a loss, bro. He's beat red because he's like, I'm free. I'm finally free of Sam, man. Free of the threat of having Sam on my show, because I've already destroyed him by proxy.
About the Rubin stuff, like you said, we talk about Dave Rubin so much because he's a cartoon sort of.
It's just already a loss if you're defending why you have Dave Rubin on, or why you talk about Dave Rubin so much over the policies. And it's not like, you don't have to dislike the majority report to acknowledge that it's a rhetorical L, guys. It's just weird to see all the majority report fans act like they won the debate. It's weird.
Got into an argument with a pro-lifer about how he's in favor of pro-choice policy. You didn't run that, did you? Because you guys are grifters. This is what you do. I can invite you on for a real conversation, and what do? You show for neo-Nazis. This is why you guys don't get invited places. Because you're not having real conversations.
I don't really care about getting invited places.
Yeah, right. So go live in your grifter echo chamber where you guys can play songs with bad audio and then say, whoopsie.
I think it can really upset you.
Wait, have you ever?
Well,
been
what
with a
upsets
guy
me
that's-
is when I talk about Ron DeSantis making fake things to trick people, and that's what you guys do. It's kind of like, yeah, how about that?
Do AI images?
When you run audio that sounds bad to make a nonsensical video where you're like, Tim Pool sounds like Nickelback. It's like, what you're doing is just trying to generate rage drama. It is internet blood sports level garbage.
Okay.
I think I just said it's funny to his face, which was, that was part of it. Well, people might
You
say...
you said it super quietly to the point where no one heard, and you're about to cry, dude. Come on, Emma. You lost there. Let's see what you say.
Hey, Emma, that's a little more smug than you tend to be on your program. And, that was, I will say, it was a deliberate choice. I saw him getting a little bit more upset, and I knew that if I just stuck with my, smiling and just let him go,
You weren't smiling
that
there.
would upset him even more.
Dude, okay, go back to where I showed you her about to cry. She wasn't smiling during that, bro. She knows that was bad. In the moment, she felt that was bad, bro.
He didn't get a reaction out of me.
Oh, he got a reaction, bro. You were clearly about to cry, man. And all the comments are about how they feel bad for you because you look super sad when you're getting destroyed in the debate.
There was something else too that stuck out, as you said, as he was talking, that I had issue with. This idea that well, first off, he's so obsessed about that song thing, and you have opened up the show by apologizing to that his feelings were hurt, but made it clear that we don't have the ability to in any way.
All right, that's the main moment, man. Is there anything else to really say about it?
Gish galloping, the tactic of throwing a ton of information at you and moving on to the next subject where you have to immediately react. But even regardless, there were a few really, really notable things that we'll break down tomorrow that he was unable to, I think, get me off of certain topics, especially when I kept returning. I said, what specifically about DeSantis?
Word. Okay, so tomorrow she's going to cover her actual good moments in the debate. Because, that's what I said at the beginning of this, man. It's it's all about the Gish Gallop of what topic are we on? Are we on the topic where you're getting destroyed, where it's you don't have any concrete policies that you're voting based on for why you're switching between Trump and DeSantis as a supposed centrist liberal? If she breaks down that clip, that is a clip where Emma genuinely looks good, man. Where she genuinely looks good. But it's the problem is that's the first half of the debate. It's almost like a fight where it's people remember the end of the fight more. If you end the fight getting your ass kicked and the teacher pulls you apart, that's what people remember. So the second half of the debate is the one where Emma's getting destroyed, and that's why a lot of people are going to think she got destroyed. But yeah, man, that's just how debates go. She'll probably do better next time. See you guys.